Hey guys, yes, here again with another episode of Embry Corner Channel. Break some news for you guys. Motley Crue, after 33 years, is calling it quits, is announcing their retirement as a formal band. Um, yeah, it was announced today on the Jimmy Kimmel show, or right before their planned appearance on there on January 28th, 2014 here this afternoon. This announcement has been kind of bubbling, and for the last couple of years, since their 2012 tour with Kiss, entitled the Tour 2012. There's been speculation of the end. I did a video, I believe, right before that tour. It's basically saying to my friends that were in the video, when will this end? Because there was speculation. Will this be the final tour? It ended up not being with Kiss. This tour, um, entitled the final tour, hashtag the final tour on Twitter, will be with Alice Cooper, and I believe that is the right way to go if you look at it. Alice Cooper is the king of shock rock. Um, you know, and he's just the band's a legend, and so for him to open up for Motley Crue is just something that I think it brings everything full circle. One thing though that I failed to mention before I mentioned that was the health of Motley Crue's Mick Mars. Obviously, I think that's one of the huge factors. Mick has a form of arthritis that basically affects the spine and the pelvis. He's very open about this, and he's diagnosed when he was 17 years old. This is why he looks he looks older than he actually is. He's only actually 62, 10 years older than everybody else in the band. But this disease has impaired his movement and really caused him a great deal of pain. He actually had a hip replacement surgery in 2004, and the band has then it's continued. They've been on, I believe, 2 tours since then, if I'm not mistaken. He's when he is in pain, he becomes very isolated, freezes up. He cannot move, so he can barely play guitar. Unfortunately, this is why I believe that this is why the band has to call it quits, because they do not want to continue without Mick. They signed a pact way back when they started, basically saying, I believe, they weren't going to reform Motley Crue. Let's say a couple years from now, you got Nicky and you got Vince. Let's say, let's go back on tour, and you got the guys who want to go back on tour. They cannot go and become Motley Crue again. They have to form another band. This is truly the end, which I believe it is. It's a very unseen, sad circumstance. Unfortunately for Mick, he's one of my favorites. Is when I've seen him live, the times I've seen him, he's played great. He looked really good for being in pain. Like I said, he's only 62 years old. The rest of the guys are 50, in their 50s now. So I believe if they really wanted to and if they could, they would continue going. But why would you? I mean, just go out on top, go out like you can, go out with Alice Cooper. Just go out in style, like they are, like the notorious bad boys they are. As far as the band's future, besides Motley Crue, I believe this is a worldwide tour, so I would think it would take like a year and a half to do, possibly. There's been speculation of a new album. I believe, along with this announcement, there has been a announcement of a country tribute album and featuring a bunch of different artists. I also heard that the band was going to be recording an album. I'm not sure if that's the same kind of rumor I'm hearing there. If it's going to be more, I don't think so. It would just be an inspirational album there, and features the artists who have been inspired by Motley Crue. But we will see. We'll see when that time come. Also, there will be a movie made out of the Dirt, the authorized biography that the band has created. It came out, I believe it was in 2002, if I'm not mistaken. Finally, they'll be making a movie that will be the final, I think, the appearance that the band will make as a band. Maybe we will see. It'll come out. The shooting will actually start during the summer. Will be directed by the director of Jackass, the Jackass movie. So there will definitely be a big buzz surrounding that. The cast has not been even named for that yet. There's a speculation, but I don't want to go into that. So definitely interesting how that turns out and what will happen with that. Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a ride for the band on this tour. I think it'll be they'll be better than ever. I believe this is the final end for Motley Crue. Unfortunately, they brought us a lot of great hits like Girls, 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 Shout Out the Devil, and this would be a celebration. That's what Nikki Sixx has said on his Twitter page. Vince Neil said, "We just want to go out on top and leave a legacy behind." That's what he said. Um, we're we're not doing any more concerts after this. This is the final tour. This is what he said this afternoon, a couple hours ago. Um, yeah, so like I said before, as far as the band's future, individually after the tour, I think they will continue in music. Obviously, Vince has his solo project. He this year performed at the Sturgis Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis, South Dakota, at the Patty Oil motorcycle rally they have every year in August. From what I saw of that footage, he sounded good. Obviously, there has been some people have criticized him for his the way he takes care of himself, the way he looks. Say he's a little heavier. I don't want to go into that necessarily, but I guess all I can say about that is haters will be haters and whatnot. That you leave it up to leave that up to every individual that attends the concerts. Of course, Nikki Sixx does have his side band 6 a.m. I think he will obviously continue with that band. That band is featuring DJ Ashba. That's why they have not really toured. They have not been a touring band. I think this will open up their future. Maybe as a touring band. They're supposed to have an album this year out in 2014. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that album is. I can't wait to review that with my friend Lance Boss TV. I do want to actually review a bunch of Motley Crue albums now. We should get started on this once we do our next Cage the Elephant review. That's me and Lance there. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. Not Nikki. Tommy, of course, I think will be Tommy going into the future. Tommy's crazy. He's looking to, this is what my friend Lance told me in our other video we did. He told me that he is looking, that Nikki is looking for another change in style. It's been reported, change in musical style. So maybe if 6 a.m. doesn't have a drummer, then Tommy would step in. We don't know yet. We don't know how this is going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in the future with them. That'd be a hell of a duo if it did happen, though. So yeah, that's basically it for this episode of Album Corner. Another sad day in the arena of metal and heavy rock and roll music for me, at least, and for a lot of other Motley Crue fans, a lot of fans of good music to begin with. So this is going to be an interesting tour. I think it's, Motley Crue is going to go out with style. We'll definitely see what happens in the future. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Album Corner. Again, Motley Crue is calling it quits after 33 years, after a farewell tour, hopefully an after the album, and after the Dirt movie. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Album Corner. Please subscribe if you like this. Please give it a like if you like this as well. Sad news in the day of music. Alright, thank you guys for watching this.